everyone.
Hi Floss Tube.
It's Lisa here at Shady Tree Stitches.
And Natalie from Nitty Nat Stitches.
And we're filming this a little bit reverse because hopefully by now you've seen our short and you know what we're doing. But if you haven't, we thought we'd better do an introduction to this video or you'll be totally lost.
That's right. We're on a road trip. We're doing a Sydney to Hobart road trip.
We're Sydney to Hobart stitching.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We're going from Sydney to Hobart via the Hume Highway and then over Bass Strait, driving in my electric car. So that's adding an interesting dimension to it.
It's very cool driving. My first time really driving in a Tesla. It's lots of fun.
Yeah, it's good fun.
And our route and our stops are being dictated by the Tesla's needs.
Which are very little, really.
That's great, but it's really good. We stop and we charge and we get some food and go to the toilet and do everything. Yeah. So what you're going to see on this video is we're thinking about doing a daily vlog of our road trip.
That's right. The things we've seen. What have we seen today, Lisa?
Well, we're not going to tell you because you're about to see it. Because the whole point of this is the introduction that we filmed earlier, but then we put up as a short. So
that's right.
So what you're going to see is what we filmed earlier today, then we'll come back again in a minute and give you the end of the video. So have fun. Happy stitching.
Happy stitching.
So here we are driving down the M5, also known as the Hume Highway.
That's right. We are 770 kilometres away from Melbourne, as the sign just said. We will be pulling off at Goulburn just to take a quick peek at the Ram.
The big merino, and we'll tell you why we were there. But at the moment we're showing you the beautiful wattles that are coming into bloom, those yellow flowers on the tops of the trees on the right in particular, and we just passed some on the left. This is just giving you a nice view of a typical southern Australian, southeastern Australian highway landscape
in winter. It's dry.
And the wattles, as I said, are just coming out. You've got all the eucalypts, because remember the eucalyptus trees are evergreen. They don't lose their leaves. They might change the colour slightly, but they don't lose their leaves. They stay green all year round. And so we just thought we'd show you, just as we're on the top of the Southern Highlands, a little bit of the landscape here. And as we go through the drive, we will flick on for a little bit to show you some things here and there of interest. And just beforehand this, you've seen a little bit of the tunnel that gets you out of Sydney.
Do you know what I can see just over there, Lisa? I can see some smoke from a fire.
On the right there's a bit of a bushfire happening.
Yeah, it's probably a burning off.
Probably.
A controlled burn.
Just past 110. That's 110 kilometres an hour, which is the general speed. And on the left you can see coming up now one of our typical signs that tells you how far we've got to go. 102 kilometres till our next stop, where we're going to stop and give you a bit of a chat.
We'll stretch our legs.
Yep, and do what we need to do. Alright, so you're also getting, the other good thing you get when you have these little snippets of road driving is the types of vehicles we have in Australia. You'll notice that we are driving on the left-hand side of the road, and you might think, oh no, Natalie's just gone over to the other side of the road. She's overtaking on the right, because that is what we do down here in Australia. And we're on a dual carriageway at the moment, so both these lanes are travelling the same direction. So it's perfectly safe and everything is good.
That's right. I'll move back into the slow lane.
Yes, so Natalie is sitting on the right of the car and I'm sitting on the left at the moment. So we're going to turn it off now. Then coming up on the left is a mobile phone tower, Australian style, all sorts of strange things, and we will be back with you in a little bit. We are at Goulburn at the big merino.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
It's so big.
There he is. I move my head out of the way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn the camera around, and we're going to walk towards him and give you a view. Now, why are we doing this, you might ask?
Why are we doing this?
Because we are crazy Australians, that's why. And crazy Australians like big things. Big things. So we have a collection of big things all around Australia.
What are we doing with those big things?
Well, Natalie, you and I next year are going to be sharing those big things with all our stitching friends in the Whip Warriors road trip, because it's coming down under.
Yes.
Yes, so you're going to be stitching away around Australia to check out all the big things and other assorted things around Australia. So, you know, there's still lots of fun this year to go with the road trip. But for those of you who want to join in and are worried you're going to miss out, we will be opening up Whip Warriors again to new members in November.
Woo.
So keep an ear out. We will tell you, you won't miss out in November. So, you know, come and check out the big things with us. But we're going to show you a quick glimpse of the big merino in Goulburn. All right, here's Natalie walking towards the big merino. It's currently afternoon, so we're walking into the sun at the moment. Here's Big. You see the car next to him? Going sideways. Here's his face. So he's got, look, he's got big feet. Big feet. He's even got his own mailbox. You can send him a letter. And then he's got a big face. So merino is one of the Australian types of wool. Really important Australian export. Right, so I don't know if you can really get an idea of how big he is, but that's a service station, and there's building, and that's the big merino. So he'll be part of the travelling next year in Warriors Road Trip. To finish the journey, you've got the back side of the sheep. Now you'll notice that up the top, his little butt, it's been cut off. His tail gets cut off because when you leave a sheep's tail on, it gets pooey. And a pooey sheep's tail is called a dag. You don't want to be a dag. And this model even has big balls, so he's obviously a boy. So there you go. That's the big merino.
Okay, here we go. We are coming up through, we're down past the Southern Highlands. We've passed through Goulburn and we are now on our way towards Yass. Up ahead of us is one of the wind farms that there are quite a few of them all around here.
It's a good area with lots of wind on these plains.
Lots of wind on these plains, and this is one of New South Wales' largest wind farms. As you can see, it's all turning very slowly. It is very still out there today.
So hopefully
Gundagai with 5%, and it says for us to get to our next stop, we need to charge for 20 minutes. All right, Lisa, here we go. I'm going to put you behind the camera.
No worries.
Here we go.
So you leave your door open, do you?
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Come around this way.
Yep.
Come around this way. So we are going to take the top CCS2. Press the button on the top. It
Oh, look at
opens
that.
up,
Automatic.
and off we go. We are. Oh, look at that rapid blinking there. Blink, 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 blink. Waiting for the green.
And that's it.
That's it.
So you wait for the green and then
Wait
you know
for the
you're
green,
going.
then we know it's working. We are at station 2B. There we go. We have green. We are good to go.
Awesome.
20 minutes.
All right. There we go. Guys, sometimes you find big things you didn't even know existed. So Nat and I have found a big koala. Natalie's actually currently standing inside the koala's arms. So she's going to show you the koala from inside out.
We're going through the back passage.
She just got started out of the koala.
I just got shotted out of the koala. There we are. Lisa, did you want to go in and be embraced by the koala?
The things you find
The
when you're on a
things you
road trip in
find.
Australia. Now this koala is sitting out the front of what's called Oliver's, which is a fairly organic, healthy fast food joint.
Yeah.
And it's in a lovely park that Natalie might like to show you. There's some beautiful old-fashioned style benches.
That's right.
And on the other side is a really nice old-fashioned train cart.
Oh,
She'll get to in a minute. That's worth looking at. If you had kids in your company, they'd be having a great time.
oh my goodness, that's a broken arm ready to happen.
Yep, sure is. So, who knows? How many big things can we find on this trip without getting out of our way, Nat? Let's see how many we can go. We're currently at
2.
Okay, so now you've seen what we did today, and now we're back in order, and we'll try and get it right going forward. Although we may be doing a short every day, but you know, we'll see how we go. I mean, that's part of the fun of FlossTube, isn't it? You just make it up as you go, and
Yeah, and you know, we're all friends. It's fun.
it's fun.
Yeah.
So, tonight we thought just to finish off today's vlog video before we post it, and we are hoping to post every day on both our channels. So if you watch both of us, don't watch the video twice. It's going to be pretty much exactly the same video, I think.
It's going to be pretty close to it.
Well,
Yeah, no, so I've got a GoPro set up in my car, so there'll be a little bit of what we're seeing on the road trip, some chatter,
yeah.
a little bit of Q&A between the two of us.
And as we said, most importantly, however many big things or really interesting things we can find to share with you along the way, because that's what makes road trips really cool. But for now,
what are our plans for tomorrow, Lisa?
well, our plans for tomorrow, we get to sleep in. What's that?
What is a sleep in?
I don't think we're going to make it, but
No,
you know.
No, I think I'll probably be awake with the birds like I usually
Yes,
am.
and I will be sucking in the curtains like I usually do.
Sucking in the curtain. My God, what am I in for?
I don't know. It's your hair-drained idea to go on this trip.
True.
So we are travelling from Albury, which is on the New South Wales. It's the most southern town in New South Wales.
Is it?
Well,
It's on the border.
it's on the border.
It's a
anyway.
border town.
It may be not the most southern. I think you can go southern on the coast,
I
but
think you can.
it's the border town. It's the bottom of New South Wales before you cross the border to go to the Mexican state of Victoria.
Which is where I'm from. So,
Yeah.
oi.
Yeah, well, I've got to be a New South Welshman. We're going to 3 states in this journey, so you're going to get to see a lot of different things. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So we're driving down to Melbourne.
We're going past Melbourne. We're going to Geelong, which is where the ferry is. So not quite planes, trains and automobiles. It's definitely cars and boats though.
And speaking of that, that reminds me, you probably won't get an update tomorrow because we don't have Wi-Fi access on the ferry.
Yeah, so we'll do what we can. We'll give an update before we go on the ferry. we've got a little bit of time between when we arrive. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
The intention
Yes.
is that we will have some time when we check in for the car ferry, and then it's an overnight ferry trip.
That's going to be fun. So we're really looking forward to it. So it might be that your next big vlog might be 2 days worth, because we'll try and do a short
We'll see what
middle.
we can do.
Well, we'll do what we can, and you can see what you can see. Please, if you have anything to say, comment on the videos, and if you've got questions or whatever, we'll do our best to answer them.
Yeah, and if there's anything that we need to see on the Hume Highway between Albury and Geelong, please drop us a comment. We'll see it.
Yes, we'd love to see it. So where I was going is, what are we doing tonight? Because we are in our hotel room, as you can see.
Yep.
We've just had the most gorgeous dinner.
It was so good.
We are at the Quality Resort Siesta at Albury, and thoroughly recommend the restaurant here.
It was very good.
Yes, so it was really good, and I'm a gluten-free person, and it was so many choices. I'm really happy.
And I'm extra happy because we've got EV charging overnight. So, no petrol stations for this trip. We had one charge on our way down in Gundagai. It took us 25 minutes, and we had more than we needed.
Yeah, which is great.
And so plugged in the car when we got here. It will be full tomorrow morning. Yes. It's just like when you plug in your phone at night, you wake up with a full phone battery. Same with the car.
That's wonderful.
Phone on wheels.
So we are here to stitch for as long as we can stay awake.
Which isn't long.
Not going to be long at all.
No.
But I can show you my stitching now, because I've got it ready. So this is where I'm up to on my Nutcracker Village. And so you can see I've got the house lined out down the bottom. So my plan for tonight is to work on filling in this house. And then, as I said, I want to try and finish this.
You're so close.
I know. I'm going to get there. That's my goal. I'm going to be stitching Demon in the car tomorrow.
Do you want to pick up mine? Because you're a bit closer.
Yes, I can
there
pick
we
up
go.
yours.
And
Natalie's.
I am working on No Mud, No Lotus. So tonight I'm going to finish off those lotuses. Sorry, that lotus flower, and probably start pushing the border up that you can just see poking on the side there.
Awesome. So that's what you've got to look forward to on this journey, but it is a stitching trip. It's all about stitching. So there will be lots of stitching, as well as lots of fun and laughter. Nat and I've had a great day, I think, just chit-chatting in the car, doing our Whip Warriors admin, planning some of that for next year. And
that's right.
Yeah, it's really good opportunity to get these things together, because we don't usually get this much uninterrupted time together.
It's great.
It is great.
Yeah.
But now we need to stitch, people.
Yeah.
So good night, or good morning, or whatever it is whenever you see this.
It's good whatever time it is for you.
It's good stitching time, people. Bye.